A lot of people are going to disagree with this, but ranking the top 10 best superhero movie acting performances of all time. Now, let me just get one thing out of the way. I'm limiting this list to one version of a character. So we know there's been a ton of Spider-Man and Batman actors out there. I'm only putting one on this list just to keep it simple. Let's get right into the ranking. At number 10, I have Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda. Through so many different projects, she has been absolutely incredible and has solidified herself as being one of the best actors to ever be in the MCU, in my opinion, which is really saying a lot since the MCU is stacked with great actors. The only reason she's actually lower on those lists is because I think in the beginning in like Age of Ultron when she's trying to do that accent, I don't think she could pull that off very good, but when she was allowed to drop it, it's just an A+ performance. She has very limited roles in Infinity War and Endgame, but I think she's absolutely incredible and kind of steals the show when she does show up in those because she is just so great. Like when she's making the decision to finally destroy the stone in Vision's head, you can just see all the emotion in her when she runs up against Thanos again in Endgame. Again, it works so perfectly because she's so good. But what really earned her a spot on this list is her performance in both Multiverse of Madness and WandaVision. The range that she showed in those two roles was absolutely incredible. At number 9, I have Chris Evans as Captain America. Now, I wouldn't say Chris Evans is a better actor than Elizabeth Olsen in almost any planet, but I do think he is the perfect Captain America. He captures his character so perfectly. A lot of times when you're watching a character that's just like a full-on good, trusting person, it can honestly kind of be boring, but Chris Evans makes sure that never happens with this character. He is absolutely incredible in all his solo movies. His chemistry with the rest of the Avengers is great, and I just absolutely love him as this character. At number 9, I have Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. Now listen, I know a lot of people would probably put him higher in their top 5, and honestly, I can't blame you for doing that. This is just my personal list, and I have him down here, but he is still incredible because everyone in this top 10 really is. He's really became so synonymous with the character of Deadpool that it's kind of impossible to picture anybody else in there. Even if he's just doing the voice half the time, he just captures the humor so perfectly. His line delivery of everything is just incredible and a super funny role. I do get tired of him kind of being Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool in every other Ryan Reynolds role, but when he is actually Deadpool, I love it. At number 7, I have J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson, because listen, I said it has to be in a superhero movie, not that they had to be a superhero themselves, and this is a casting that was just so perfect. They literally said in the MCU, hey, we can't get a new guy to play this character. We just got to bring the same guy back, and absolutely nobody questioned it. We were all just so okay with it because he's so incredible as this character. He is truly a scene stealer as this character. I cannot imagine anybody else playing him, and he's literally a part of some of the funniest moments of the Raimi trilogy. He is absolutely perfect as his character. At number 6, we're going back to the Raimi trilogy. It's Willem Dafoe as Norman Osborn, aka Green Goblin, including him in both the first Spider-Man movie and in No Way Home. Absolutely just unhinged, and I love every second of his performance. Willem Dafoe is one of my favorite actors anyway, so I might be a little bit biased, but he gives 1000% to every role, and this was no exception. Like, just how much he goes into this, and his facial expressions and everything is just so perfect in my opinion. I can't imagine anybody else playing the role better than he did, because he just did it in such a way that feels so true to like a comic book or cartoon, but also not being cheesy in a live action movie. It's a hard balance to find, but he did it. At number 5, I have Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Again, counting all times that we've seen her play this character, she has the mannerisms down, the accent down. She captures the absolute insanity of this character in a way that's really difficult. At number 4, I have the legendary Kevin Conroy as the voice of Batman across so many different games, movies, TV shows. He is just absolutely legendary as this character, and I think he's the best version of Batman we've ever got. Now, I know it's hard to compare voice actors to live action actors, but I think he deserved to be the one Batman I put on this list. He really just elevates every project he's in voicing the character, and shout out to Mark Hamill as the Joker too. The dynamic between the two of them is incredible. Mark Hamill is definitely on the short list to be included on this. He just barely missed out in my opinion. My top 3 is full of legendary performances and casting, so honestly this could be in any order, but this is what I decided on. At number 3, I have Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark or Iron Man. I feel like people kind of discredit this role because they say, hey, it's just Robert Downey Jr. playing himself, but I do not care. That means it's an amazing casting. His performance is incredible across so many different movies as his character. When an actor plays a version of a character that becomes so iconic, it becomes impossible to imagine literally anybody else playing the character ever down the line. I feel like that's what solidifies this as a top 3 superhero movie acting performance of all time. At number 2, I have Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Obviously, we know he's been doing this for 20 years, and as I was rewatching all the X-Men movies this year in preparation for Deadpool Wolverine, I realized even in the worst X-Men movies, Hugh Jackman is still absolutely incredible in all of these. He just gets the character. I think him also having that musical side of him really brings something out in this role, which I know kind of sounds crazy. This is just such a big and bold performance that is required for this character. I feel like you need an actor that's like Hugh Jackman, that's so skilled in doing so many different things, because he brings all the elements of all his other performances into this role, and it's absolutely masterful. Come on, we all know number one, the best superhero movie acting performance of all time. It has to be Heath Ledger as the Joker. Absolutely iconic stuff. One of, if not the best villain performance ever in a movie. We have had so many different Joker performances both before and after him, and almost all of them are pretty great to amazing, minus Jared Leto. But still, Heath Ledger stands alone with his performance of this character. He just completely transforms into this character. It's a super unhinged but still controlled insanity performance, and one of the all-time greats. Let me know your top 3 in the comments below, and hit that sub for more.